Whoa, 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 whoa. I got a big bag, I got them big mad. Gotta take them boys to school cause they skip class. They be tryna watch my moves, tryna steal swag. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got a big bag, I got them big mad. Gotta take them boys to school cause they skip class. They be tryna watch my moves, tryna steal swag.
Hey man, what's going on, everybody? G-Day Hoop Scout, Rob C in the gym. Everybody else gonna fall in when they fall in, man. This is the shot clock. I know y'all ain't see us last week, man. I ain't gonna lie, I was tired. I even look tired today still, but I'm all right. I'm feeling better. But I was tired because last weekend was a live period weekend, really busy. And then when I got home, I had some honeydew things to do. So it is what it is, man. But Rob, man, how was your weekend? How was everything, man?
Weekend was good. Spent time with the kids. Went to my son's football game. They won 26-0. Shout out to the North Houston Raiders. They got their first win to close out the season. So that was good, man. Went to the outlet mall with them. Just enjoyed the time with the kids, man. Time that's precious, man. You know, we be so busy. Sometimes we get caught up with just spending time with the people that we love. You know, so it's always good to get back to that. So that was great, man. I had a great time with my kiddos.
No, that's what's up, man. Like what? Had a pretty solid weekend. Didn't really do much. Um, it kind of was a week off of basketball, really. A weekend off. I still caught some games on Friday night, uh, but not nothing on Saturday, Sunday. But it still was a solid weekend. Didn't really do too much of anything. Got some content out the way that needed to be done. And we're gonna talk about that a little bit later on in the show today. Um, but besides that, it was a solid weekend, man. I can't complain. Just happy to be alive. That's all honesty, man. This day wasn't promised, it wasn't guaranteed. So, I'm just happy to be here, man. Hey, I know a lot of y'all still have kids who's in school, and so this week means a lot to me. Being an educator, teacher appreciation week. Hey, we want your appreciation. We accept. Well, I know I accept whatever you want. Like, if you want to give me a gift card, whatever it is, hey, I'm all down for it. It's Teacher Appreciation Week. Make sure and it's also Nurses Appreciation Week too. So I do want to give a shout out to all the nurses out there as well. But shout out to the teachers as well. People like me and then others. Uh, Teacher Appreciation Week. So make sure y'all take care of y'all teachers. Make sure that y'all give them a gift. Uh, and be kind, be nice to them, man. Don't have your kids going to school giving the teachers no grief. Um, it is what it is. Rob, man, I know you used to be you was a bad student, man. So
Nah, I was chilling. All my teachers liked me. I had an enduring personality, man. I ain't
okay,
had no I ain't had no choice though. Like during Teacher Appreciation Week, cause my mama had like a big kindred spirit. So like she was gonna go get all the teachers something. Like it was always she was just that type of person. So I always like was cognizant of that. She like anybody that can deal with y'all all day.
so
They
she already knew you was a knucklehead, boy. She
I
already
was
knew.
I wasn't.
Anybody deal with Rob?
Nah, man, I was mischievous, man. I was, but nah, I was a good kid though, man. But nah, I always was cognizant of that though, like showing my appreciation because it was instilled in me early that these people could be doing anything with their time, but they here trying to teach you some knowledge and integrity and humility and sometimes life lessons too. So I was always very cognizant of that, man. Plus, I was always sympathetic because I was like, dang, that's teachers get paid, da 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 da. Like, okay. So,
Yeah, but it ain't really what people think it is, man.
oh no, no,
They don't get paid enough, so um, I think teachers should be paid more than what they make.
definitely. We found that out during the pandemic, though. We found that out
Yeah,
during the pandemic. Like, teachers really should get a salary raise, get a bump.
yeah. But as y'all can see on the ticker on the bottom, man, we live Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Make sure y'all share the show, family, friends. Make sure y'all share it. Let's get it out there. We're gonna talk a lot of grassroots basketball today. Um, we're gonna hit on some topics. Um, we're gonna talk about the power of videos. Or the not so much of a power of the video as well. Uh, the desensitization of it, and then we're gonna jump into the music as well because kind of go hand in hand. But this time we're gonna go a different route on the music side. Um, and then we're gonna talk about ask y'all what do y'all feel is an undervalued skill um, in basketball, man. But once again, just want to give a shout out to all teachers. Teacher Appreciation Week. Um, appreciate y'all for hard work, dedication, all the stuff that y'all do. Um, so salute. What's going on, Miss Smith, man? Um, yeah, man. So man, where we want to jump in first, man? I was trying to let other people jump on, but hey, if they ain't gonna jump on,
But
we gonna roll with it. It is what
wherever
it
you
is.
want
I
to
had
go.
to hold it down by myself anyway. Last time, y'all know what I'm talking about. First 25 minutes of the show, man,
20,
had the view
20, 20,
5,
20,
25, man. The views
20,
was up. The views was
20.
up and pumping. Everybody was interacting. It was a really good show. Um, Rob Payton, man, talking about first 25 minutes.
I watched the show today. It was 20. Ant came on the show at 18:47 last time we was on.
Oh, okay. Well, the first 18 minutes, then. I
Dang.
had it. I had it rocking.
That's what you D-Day. So you supposed,
Yeah, that's what I do, man. That's what I do.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
That's
what I do.
respect.
But hey, man, what in the grassroots is going on, bro? What's up with all the fighting, the fighting referees, the fighting coaches, parents trying to shoot each other now? Um, and I'm not even going. I'm going to extend it to baseball and football as well because it's been at some baseball events, youth baseball events, and some youth football events. Hey, these parents are getting rowdy. What's going on, Rob? Man, what do you think the issue is?
I don't know, man. I was thinking about this the other day. That's funny because when I was in my son game, like everybody was expecting me to be like, oh, yelling, and I was supportive, and the little kid was, face, because my son kind of big for 7 years old, so the little kid was like trying to cheat and grab my son's face mask when my son was blocking him and stuff, and everybody was all rowdy. But I think parents like want to live too vicariously through their kid. Like, you gotta understand, like, at the end of the day, it's just sports, man. Like, should nobody be getting shot or hurt or, physically injured or traumatized because of a sports activity.
Rob, we lost you, man. I can see you, but I can't hear you. So I feel people been stuck in the house for too long. Um, until Rob's able to get his sound back going. I feel people been stuck in the house. Um, COVID, a lot of stuff's been festering up, building up on the inside. Probably things that they've been wanting, things that they've been thinking of doing for years. Just never had the curve, but and then seeing more and more people, the way that they've been responding, the way that they've been reacting, um, that kind of as well encourages people. Bro, I still can't hear you, bro. That kind of you might want to go out and come back in. Um,
Can you hear me now?
yeah. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you
Weird,
go.
man. No, go ahead.
Um, no, I think that encourages a lot of people. What's going on, Rick Brown, man? Miss Smith said people are just crazy as hell, man. That's the real issue. I feel honestly, the more occurrences that we're seeing, people are just getting more comfortable. Like you know, it's the new norm. They make it. They're trying to normalize it. But hey, man, I don't know about the whole the gun, bro. Like that made me want to be strapped up everywhere I go. Like, and
Man,
it's not even because I'm trying to get into it with somebody. It's just for my own safety. At the end of the day, like for one, I don't even know the age groups of the kids that was playing. So what if that was like some 9U or 10U on the other court going on, and you sitting here, toot, like you let it go, and yeah, you may hit the dude, but then you may hit somebody else kid who has nothing to do with what's going on.
yeah.
Like,
Who's that? Slim, Mr. McDaniel. He had posted this thing on his Instagram last week, and it was a dude, and we don't promote gun violence or nothing, but it was a dude, and he was like, people be having guns, and they be thinking people, and they shooting the guns, people be hearing like boom, 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 and he was like, man, when I hear somebody shooting a gun, I hear F it. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, F my kids. Boom, F, I don't want to go outside. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I
mm,
don't want to eat what I want to eat no more. Boom, I want somebody to tell me when to go to bed. So, like, I think if people started thinking like that and stop getting caught up in the moment or trying to feel like they got to look a certain way or act a certain way for a crowd of people who they don't really know, I think that it'll be better off. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, what if you shoot in a crowd and you hit a kid or you hit somebody grandma or somebody uncle or daddy or something? You can't say, "Oh, my bad, I just tripped out." Nah, like you finna go to jail for the rest of their life, and two families finna be destroyed over a 9U basketball game. Like, I don't condone none of that. Like all that, coach kids running up and jumping on referees and stuff. Like I really be looking like what a parent said. I wish I wish one of my sons or my daughter would raise their hand to an adult and the adult ain't did nothing to them because they lost a basketball game. I'll be the first person I'ma say I'll be the first person smacking my own kid. Like I wish you would. I shudder at the thought of one of my children raising their hands at an adult in a way that ain't respectful because you lost a basketball game. Like, come on, man. Like I seen a video, the kids was hitting the referee, the coaches ran out, started hitting the referee, the parents ran out. Like y'all not gonna run out and control the kids. Like I ain't made it to a point where I can let some kids, put their hands on me. Like please, America, if you don't like where I rank your son, we can talk about it. But please do not, you or your child, please don't try to put your hands on me because God not done with me yet. So I don't know how I'm gonna react to that. But I am gonna protect myself though. You ain't put my kid 35th. I'm finna. No, it's not gonna. I'm not gonna go on TikTok today like a Rob got beat up. No, nope, not gonna happen. So I think like we gotta get and but we were talking about this a couple of years ago too. Like it gotta be taught. It's an action that's taught. Like those kids feel comfortable doing that because you got a lot of younger people raising kids. Like You don't let nobody I wish somebody would put their hands on my child. Like, no. How about you teach your child respect, how to be humble, have humility, you know what I'm saying? Discernment, tactfulness. That's what we got to get back to, man. But I don't want to preach, so go ahead, bro.
Oh no, no, you good, man. I mean, I'm with you, and I agree. Interested to hear everybody else's comments. For those who are tuned in right now, I know some people like to remain private, as they watch. They don't really like to say nothing. But we already got Miss Smith. She said, people are just crazy as hell. Um, I just honestly, I'm just trying to understand it. Um, like I don't get it. Um, we shooting at basketball games, we shooting at football games. We shooting outside of baseball games. Like I'm talking about youth sports too. Um, like not no pros. Like I'm talking about like youth. Like they still kids at the end of the day. Um, if my grandma was still around, Lord bless her. So she'll say it's the rap music, it's the rap music y'all listen to. But yeah, I don't know, man. Oh no, that's dope. Yeah, he just sent me that. What you were showing me earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know what's really. I don't know the answer. I don't know if it ever stops. I don't know if it ever changes. Um, because we see it every week now. Every weekend it's a new video. Somebody fighting the ref. Somebody fighting their own coach. People fighting in bleachers. Now people pulling guns. Um, and this just the surface. Just because the basketball video surfaced, the other videos kind of started coming out, and then other people start talking about, we was at a football game, and and right in the parking lot, everybody heard gunshots. Like, come on, like that's crazy. Like, I don't know, man. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. Like, are you that upset because I don't know the scenario, bro? I'm just in my mind. This is the scenario in my mind. Your son is busting my son butt on the court, and you probably in the stands talking cash money. I can't get so upset to the point to where I want to shoot you because my son is losing the battle on the basketball court. Like that in my mind, that's what happened. I don't know what really happened. I don't know the story, but in my mind, that's what happened. In my mind,
Yeah. I mean, it ain't nobody immune to it. I mean, I'm gonna talk about this too because this got something to do with this subject. I mean, you had the number one recruit in 2023 having a fight in the back of the gym like a couple of weeks ago during a live period, and you know what I'm saying? People was mad because they was saying why people released the video or whatever. But like, you gotta understand, like when you're in the public limelight, it's things that come with it. Like you want to be the number one recruit, but you don't want to be held accountable for that. Or you want to not even you want to be the 55th recruit in the country. But if you outside acting a fool and somebody get the video, like you got to deal with what come with that though, because you gotta at that level in mindset, you gotta have a professional mindset. Like this is gonna be a bad look for me. I might not get an NIL, and I'm not saying that it's gonna stop him from getting anything, but I might not be able to get an NIL deal because of this. Because this company might not think that you know what I'm saying, my integrity or whatever I'm promoting with this violence might not be what they looking for. Like that's type of stuff I deal with. Not we all been 17 before. We all been 15 and 13, but you gotta think on a different level. You know what I'm saying? Like we say that all the time. Like basketball is a business, sports is a business. You gotta think like that. Like I say, prime example. I could have been mad. My son played 7U. The dude started bringing 9U and 10U kids because they was losing, and putting big old kids in front of my child, and they grabbing my child face mask, and he holding on for dear life, and I ain't mad. Like, I'm gonna find out who his daddy is, and I'm gonna do something to him. Like, no, man, it's kids, man. It's kids. At the end of the day, man, it's kids, bro. That's how I look at it, man.
But see, we was raised different though too.
We
Um,
was, we
and I
was.
mean, I ain't even from here. I even grew up where you grew up, but like I used to take when I coach, I took that as a compliment. Like my kids are solid, they tough because we got to play against some older kids, and we still gonna whoop y'all too.
Yep.
You know why? Because I made my kids play against grown men in the park. So that's how I learned how to play basketball. I had to wait my turn to get on the court. I know we talk about this probably once a quarter. Had to wait my turn to get on the court. But the moment you get on the court and you do well enough, when they see you come back around to the park, hey, yeah, I got Shorty over there. Shorty gonna run with me. He gonna run with me because for one, they know I'm gonna pass the basketball. I ain't finna be out there trying to do a bunch of scoring because I want to keep playing.
True.
But then it also made you tougher because they out there hitting you with balls. They out there pushing you, shoving you, getting scrapes, bumps, bruises. Ain't no crying because your mom ain't there anyway at the park. So you either got to walk some miles back home or you got to get back on your bicycle if you rode a bicycle. Or if you caught the city bus, you got to wait and get on the bus and then transfer to get on another bus. Or if you was on the subway system, whatever it was. Like, it just wasn't, because you didn't always just go to the park in your own neighborhood.
No.
Like, start at the park in your neighborhood and then you progress and you go to other parks and start busting other people's head. And so we was just raised a little bit differently, more of a tough mentality. Um, but yeah. Fight at the park, man. Hey, it's just different. It's just different. It is. Um, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know when it stops. Like when will it be enough? If something like thankful that the gun jammed. Like
Yeah.
when will it be enough? Like somebody actually has to die. Like I don't want that to happen. That no basketball event. I don't want people to be afraid for their children to go out and have fun. Like I can't even go out and have fun and play basketball. Like already, people already got to be afraid for the children to go outside. But now I got to be afraid to go in a supposedly controlled environment now. And then speaking of, if you're an event operator, you got to beef up security. You should know. You should see it with everything that's happening, all the fights, fighting referees, fighting coaches, fans fighting, we gotta start beefing up security. And so that means you just gotta start charging teams extra money to come compete because you protecting you it's for their safety, and then increasing your price at the door just a little bit because it's for their now you're adding a cost for their safety as well. Um, just gotta be smart about it. I know people gonna be mad. They're not gonna want to hear it. They're not gonna want to pay. But if this is how people gonna be acting, you're gonna have police in the building, and then sometimes that ain't even gonna be enough. Um, just just because I already know you're gonna have people who think they slick. Hey man, hey, I want y'all to start some confusion over here. When the police go over there, I'm finna come right up to whoever I got. And hey man, I don't know if there's a real answer to solve the situation. The baller plug is in the building. What's going on, man? Mr. Carter in the building, man.
What's up, guys?
How was your weekend, man?
Oh man, every time I think I'm gonna chill at home, I'm in somebody's gym. I was in Austin this weekend. I was at the Brandon Clay event, Elite Earned. Saw some future unicorns, saw some old unicorns, and then I saw some interesting things as well. Like I I like the progression of girls basketball. Like I'm starting to see women, jump at the rim, try to get vertical, try to use length. Uh, That was my weekend, though. I could talk about girls basketball all day, but
No, that's what's up, man.
We want
No,
you to.
that's cool. We was just talking about what's going on in grassroots as far as
I
violence.
was in the whip. Y'all made some great points. Like I'm telling you, by the time me and Rob kids are sports eligible, it's gonna be robotic referees. I shit you not. That's how they gonna test out AI. They gonna be like, okay, we'll just get a robotic referee, cut out the human error, and cut out the violence and all that. Watch.
Y'all gonna be like the Matrix by the time y'all kids get older. When they had to check, everybody got to check their gun to get in the club. Like,
Yeah, fact.
To make y'all laugh, I was at a tournament, like a middle school tournament in January, February. I was on some just watching kids who wasn't there as the baller plug. I didn't even have a camera in my hand. I was just chilling, talking to the refs because you talk. What people don't realize, to be a baseline boy like me, G Day, Rob, Lathan, Mr. Jordan, Archie. Who else in the baseline? Chad. Who else there? It ain't many. It ain't. Some of y'all try to be baseline boys, but a lot of y'all not. No cap.
I'm an
But
honorary member, man.
you a member because we members.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
that is different. But I was talking to the ref because when you talk to the refs, they don't mind working with you and letting you film a little closer, and instead of being in that box, right? I didn't gave away an industry secret, G Day.
Yeah, you did.
But
So
anyway,
we give
with
that
all
one away.
being
Just give
said,
that.
I was getting a report with some of the Dallas refs, and one of the older gentlemen, he was strapped up in the backpack. And I didn't feel appalled. I didn't feel like, oh, what is this guy doing? I felt like sometimes you got to make sure you're safe walking to the car, because I've been on both sides of the world. Like I told y'all, I ref them Katie leagues where parents out here, are you blind? I get it. Like everybody don't have thick skin, so it's a tough situation with no middle ground as of yet. And I hate to say it, but until something tragic happens, you're not gonna get no middle ground, because we as people are all complicit. Like we don't know no better until it gets to the worst part, and then you're like, oh man. And I hate that has to happen. I wish that doesn't happen, but that's usually where you learn. Like perfect example at state, right? I think this is a good time to bring that up. It's not front page news. We can kind of talk about it. That shit at state was wild, but it wasn't no wilder than what happened in Atlanta around Thanksgiving time. Like we could talk about that.
yeah,
Bruce Thornton's high school, he was balling. Him and Kanan Carlisle, they were balling, headed to the playoffs on a state run. And guess what happens? His two teammates, who are very talented and once talented on the football field, they go kill the plug. They had a 20-point game, and the next day they go kill the plug on some kid goofy. I think I'm a mob boss type shit, and we still don't know what's the aftermath of that gonna be. And I hate that had to happen to young lives, but it's every day. It's every day out here. Some of these kids, they don't come from a loving household. I think they getting it how they live. So as they get it how they live, some of the things fall through the cracks, and unfortunately, we're not always here to save them. Rob, you didn't save how many kids? Countless.
Man,
You didn't save
I
them
didn't.
from themselves.
I done stood. I done stood outside in the rain after games to talk to kids. I done stood and waited 45 minutes after games with my own kids to talk to other people's kids because I care. You know what I'm saying? I don't just see kids as dollar signs. I see kids as me or you or G-Day. And like I feel like this generation, and I know I know this ain't the direction of the show, but hey, sometimes it just happen like that. But I feel like this generation is trying to be like us in a way, but they got all the stuff that we didn't have. So we be looking at them like, why y'all trying to be like us when we didn't even want to be like us? Like we was forced to live some of the lives and go through some of the stuff that we had to go through. And these kids are drive their cars from the suburbs to the ghetto to try to get street cred or get put on or whatever type of social media acceptance that this generation try to get. Like I see kids and they be cussing and doing all this stuff and man, yeah, I beat blah 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, you staying whoop de woo woo. Like it ain't even nobody over there that act like this. So why is you like you stay on this side of town in a 5-bedroom house? Like you ain't never experienced the ghetto. You don't know what it is to eat ramen with Vienna sausages in it. And, you know what I'm saying? Serve sandwiches and go to school with mismatched socks on and you know what I'm saying, the only meal you had was at school. Like you don't know what that is. Like you driving a Tesla. You know what I'm saying? You got a debit card in the 9th grade. Like stop. Like why is you trying to, I'm finna go. Like no. And I really, really feel like that. And I feel like our generation is so busy trying to give them everything that we didn't have. Sometimes we don't give them attention and knowledge. Like we try to give them material things instead of giving them like things that they can live with and build on. And I instilled it into my own kids. Like, yeah, I can buy you Jordans and I can do this, but I'm gonna teach you how to feed your family. I'm gonna teach my sons how to be good fathers. I'm gonna teach my daughter how to be a good mother, how to be a productive young lady. I'm gonna give you the life skills. I tell my kids that all the time. Y'all might hate me, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with y'all not liking me. But when I'm dead and gone, the lessons that I'm instilling you, you're gonna remember like that dude did whatever he had to do to make sure that I'm able to take care of my family. Like, cause that's what I'm living for. You know what I'm saying? I'm living for them not to go through anything I ever had to go through. Not for them to have everything I didn't have. Like the Lord say, who's the man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? You know what I'm saying? So you get the whole world $1 million and then kill yourself because you don't got no knowledge. Hey man, that's what the Bible says.
Run that back though. Run that back. Run that. What the Lord say, Rob?
The Lord say, what is it to a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? You know what I'm saying? So
what does it profit a man?
Profit a man, yes. To gain the whole world and lose his soul. So,
What's the day out here?
He went to my boy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Hey, man.
It's bigger than basketball, dog. Like, the basketball gonna eventually stop bouncing. What you got after that?
Yeah, facts.
So, speaking of basketball's bouncing, man.
What's up, Mr. Stewart? Congratulations, man.
Yeah, shout out Caleb, man. Shout out to young Caleb, man. Speaking of basketball's bouncing, is it too many teams in grassroots basketball?
Hell yes. Yes.
What
or should I rephrase it as, is it too many teams under teams' umbrellas?
Yeah.
It just depends on what section you're talking about. Like,
just period. Like,
kids gotta play. So whether you on the Chitlin circuit, the primetime circuit, or the elite level basketball, kids gotta play, right?
Do they have to play or do they want to play?
They want to play.
Oh no, some kids just want to play. Like,
okay, all right. I don't have an issue. With that.
What was the name of that team that was in your event where they all went to high school together and they had like cool little uniforms and they played in the event? Like they were all friends or something. They was just playing for the fun of it.
No,
Oh,
that
that
was
was at Mr. Jollivet's event.
I'm about to say that was at Jolly when they had the
Yeah,
team. I
My
can't
bad.
think of the name of that team.
Shout out above all sports, Brian Jolivet.
yeah.
Shameless plug.
But no, and I don't have no problem with that at all. I guess my issue is more so with the dreams that we're selling, that the college basketball dream. Like, why are we selling that to get a kid on the team?
Well, you know why.
It's not
I
too
don't
many.
know because I never sold the dream, so I'm asking.
It's not too many teams per se in that reference. It's too many. It should have been consolidated. Like you shouldn't have this and then like 4 offshoot teams, and then you can't sell this story to them and have like 5 offshoots here with like that don't make sense. So too many of those. Oh yeah, band boys.
Yeah, that's called the Band Boys.
Yeah, Caleb did play with them. Yep.
See, but nobody sold them a dream.
No.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't have an issue
So
with that.
yeah,
My issue is more so with
the dream
I can
seller.
get you into college. That like
Because
I'm a
everybody got a guy.
I'm
Everybody
gonna make
got a
sure you
guy.
playing from the college coaches, and then you get a lot of parents who call you upset about something that I have nothing to do with. So that's why I'm asking. Like,
Money. It's money motivated. It's money motivated. Period. And we say it. There's another thing we say all the time. We say this quarterly, every summer. Ask questions. If you can't ask questions, you don't need to be on that team. Period. If I can't ask questions about where I'm spending my money and how it's being delegated and the schedule and what we're gonna do, you shouldn't be after the second live period and don't have a schedule for the team, like a set schedule. Like, oh, we gonna play over here, then we might go play over here. Like we going into May, you don't have a schedule, but I'm paying you money. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got a guy, and they just, man, people like, again, it's cliche. People like to be lied to, man. People like to be lied to. They like to hear what's appealing. The lie is always more sexier than the truth. I'm gonna get that put on a shirt one day. The lie is always more sexier than the truth, man. And that's what it
just
is
don't
like.
just
Mr.
don't put
Stewart,
your
what
picture on it.
you need?
Huh?
What I'm reading the comments. Shout out Miss
Oh,
Smith. Shout out Rick Brown. Shout out Mr. Becker. Shout out D1
it
Hornets. Shout out
it
Coach K.
does, Mr. Becker. It does. It
Shout out
does. And they and
Kid.
they and they'll go around and find that one person that'll be on their side to believe what they selling, and that's who they'll go with. So they'll trick their own self into believing they. You can trick your own self into believing your lie. You know what I'm saying? I wake up every day and tell myself I'm a millionaire. Then I go have to punch in and do that 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell yourself your son D1, and you can go find somebody and pay them to tell you your son D1. But ain't no D1 coaches gonna put no stamp on it, or JUCO, or none of that. And then every year we had those horror stories in the summertime with unsigned seniors, and you like, man, he had 22 D2s, but he at home. Like, I just feel like people just like to be lied to, man. And it's everything is money motivated.
Well, I ain't never told my son he was D1. He wasn't D1 that cutting no grass. He wasn't D1 that doing no dishes. He wasn't. Only thing he was D1 was clean his room. D1
Don't
room cleaning.
play G Mike 5 who's
Come
like
on, man. I don't do my guy like that, man.
D1 and room cleaning, boy. Tell you that. Hey, but no, seriously, I just feel it's too many people that's being lied to, and so and I know money.
oh, I got something when you're done. I got it.
I got it. I get it, but why can't we push those kids to maybe another program and then that makes that program a little bit better, a little bit stronger. And then some of their bottom kids go to the next, the next whatever's next program. And then now we have more programs that are a little better, well rounded, versus I have one really good program and then the rest of the teams under my umbrella aren't that good per se. But go ahead.
This is a topic I would like to talk about when we get a chance. In Houston, we've been conditioned to 7, 8 kids, no more. That's all we hooping with. Bro, every circuit stop that I've been to and I've seen teams that's not from Texas, 12, 14, 10. You feel me? So I think because y'all, like not y'all, we have been taught to carry less kids. Now you got to make another team. So instead of carrying 14 with and playing the war of attrition or whatever, 14 might be too many. But I like on the circuit, have bodies, have fouls. I was talking.
Because you never, but on the circuit, you never know who's going to get hurt.
Thank you.
Like,
you need a specialist. You just need a kid.
Like that's a different build.
You need a 3-point shooter. Like, you need certain things, but because we're so arrogant down here, 7. They could do it all. 7. You got all the minutes. Go play, and boom. Dog. But also that is a testament to how good we really are, though. Because I
don't have an issue. I don't have an issue with the 7 or 8 or even a 9, but don't have
your teams though.
Yeah, don't have 9 on the A team, 9 on the B team, 9 on your C team, 9 on your D team. Like,
so how should that be? So
they need to be on a. They need to be in a different program, different name, different everything.
I got you. So what we do if everybody think they an A team, right?
Everybody's not an A team.
Different programs,
and that's still everybody's not an A team, and that's another issue as well. Everybody's not an A team, bro. Not, and it may be harsh, but that's truthful. Just like evaluations, a lot of people aren't honest in their evaluation of players. They're not. A lot of people aren't honest in their ranking of players. Like, we got to start being more honest. Like, if you're better, you're better. If you're not, you're not. If there's things that you need to improve on and work on, these are the things you need to improve. These are the things that you need to work on. But it's called constructive criticism. You can't get upset if you ask me for an evaluation and I give you an evaluation and then it's not what you thought it was going to be. Because I'm going to break down what I feel your strengths and what I feel your weaknesses are. And that's going to come from what you did from the time that I seen you play. Not based off of what somebody else says. You Rob and G Dot, y'all can tell me, hey man, this kid's on. This kid is this kid's that. Hey man, I seen him last week here. Hey man, I seen him last month. He did this. And I go watch the kid and he doesn't do none of it. And so in my report, I'm putting what I seen, not what y'all said y'all seen. I respect what y'all said, but that's not what I seen.
In the gym to see the kid.
Yeah, but that's not what I seen. I respect what y'all said, but that's not what I seen when I went. And so, yeah, you may have a bad game in front of me. It happens. It happens all the time. There's people who will book me for film. We about to hit that next, and their kid has horrible games, right? Horrible game, and they'll book me again. Horrible game again, and the next game he'll do really good. And so then they'll book me. Then horrible. Like, I can't control. Like I can't control that. I can't. There's nothing that I can do to make the film look better. There's nothing that I can do in my evaluation to say he did X, Y, and Z. That's why I asked coaches for like season stats. Like, hey, help me help the kid. I can say one thing, but then I can turn around and be like, but this I can hit a conjunction in there, but this is what he's averaging on the season, this is what he's doing, blah blah blah. Not just from the time that I seen him coach, this is what happened. Then I can say but, so I can kind of move what I said a little bit around and be like blah 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 blah. Full game film. I keep it on tab. And so yeah, they want the mix, blah blah. Then the coaches, Coach Woods just brought it up. Hey, then them coaches come back. Hey, G-Day, I need to see the whole game. I'm like, coaches from the baseline, they be like, okay, that's cool. Full game. Oh man, yeah, G-Day, man. I see what you just saying. Hey.
Bro, and it's
I put a tweet out the other day, I put a tweet the other day for a reason. Because somebody was telling the coach one thing. I happened to be at the exact same game. I had footage. So I sent, the coach was asking, he said, ball TV looked bad. I sent footage. Coach said, oh no, this ain't what I was told. Hey, the film is not going to lie. The film's going to catch all your blemishes. Like this camera catching all my blemishes, man. I'm not the best looking, none of that. It's catching all of it. Hey, it just is what it is at the end of the day, man. The eye in the sky don't lie. Coach Woods, that's my guy, man. X's and O's.
Hey, yo.
They be like, timeout. And then all you see, before the timeout, that's why I'm seeing Woods.
Hey, I low-key got video that I'm saving to put together. X's and O's extraordinaire.
Hey, we're gonna his retirement. Hey, shout out real quick. I want to do this real quick to my fellow educators, man. Shout out to y'all, Teacher Appreciation Week, Coach Woods, Coach Stewart. I don't know who else on here. That's a teacher right now.
Hey, he say he be drawing stick figures.
Hey, I ain't listening to Coach Woods. I'm like drawing stick figures. Man, shout out to y'all. As educators, this is Teacher Appreciation Week. I appreciate y'all because y'all do what I do. So, but for everybody else, Miss Smith, shout out to Miss Smith. My bad, Miss Smith. My bad. Hands up. My bad. Shout out to all teachers. I know that tomorrow you can get free Chick-fil-A sandwiches. So if y'all like I know a couple of teachers who they'll go in the morning, they'll go on their lunch break, they go after work, and then they done took care of breakfast, lunch, dinner. Show y'all ID badge. If you want to go to Freddy's,
might print me up an ID badge tomorrow.
Freddy's frozen custards. You can get a free mini sundae every day this week. So you can go every single day if you want to, get you a free turtle sundae, dirt and worm sundae, whatever it is at any Freddy's. I know Slim Chickens 50% off tomorrow. If y'all want to go to Slim Chickens, never been before. And then there's some others.
Where you going so I can pull up with you?
And then there's some others.
He definitely going to Chick-fil-A.
Other stuff going on, man. Chipotle usually always does a buy one get one for free during Teacher Appreciation Week. They didn't put it out yet. Whataburger, free breakfast sandwiches all week from Whataburger. That's for teachers, and it's also nurses. It's also nurses week too. But shout out to the nurses. Shout out to the teachers, man.
So you could do a double dip. You could pull up at Chick-fil-A and Whataburger.
If you want, if you got, if I don't know how many teachers got time to do that, but if you got time to do all that, hey,
$2 he said $2 Tuesdays at Onyx. Hey yo.
Man, Coach Woods clowning, man. Coach Woods clowning. All right, now this This is gonna be targeted for me. I'm gonna let y'all jump in on it because I also want to weigh in on this too. Um, Power videos helping some, hurting others. What's your thought on videos?
I
More
I kind of
so, let's do it this way. Mixes, highlight films that doesn't really truly tell the whole story. And I do this. I do this. What's your take, G Dot man?
I've changed the way I record certain kids, right? So if you're paying for a mix, well then I'm gonna make you look like Marilyn Monroe out here, or Johnny Depp or Denzel out here on camera, right? I'm gonna put all your made buckets out here, no flaws, no nothing. But if I'm trying to get you recruited, I'm gonna show with no extra, no frills. I'm gonna show some misses. I'm gonna show some stuff in there just to show, like, oh, you could still get to do what you want to do. The shot just didn't fall in, you know. So like, I try to, like, especially like, if I know I got to send it to a college coach, well then I change the style of how I present it to, like, on Twitter and Instagram. Like for the hoops, all of that is for them to get recruited. So that's why it's really no flashy anything. Usually I say the flashy for the team mix. Why am I telling everything today?
I mean, you don't have to tell it all. I'm
But
asking your opinion
that's
on it. Like,
but no, like some kids think that the flashy mix is gonna get you to college. Nah, that's not it. That's not it. Somebody tell Low I'm on. Hold on. Hey Low, I'm shooting a show. Yes, I just sent you both videos. Oh, I'm not hacked. Not over here, my boy. Bye. So I'm multitasking. I'm shooting the show and shooting the recruitment videos to everybody that needs their highlights. But there's a difference, and I sometimes I think kids don't get the difference. Like when you're really really good, and you got Power Fives calling you, then you go mixes all day long. When 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 college coaches aren't calling your line, you need to show them the real you. You need to show them what you're capable of doing against high level competition. Like in one video, and I messed up the angle, but a kid got the steal and led to another kid's layup. Well, guess what? That play is going in both kids' recruitment reels, because those all are equivalent, like, to the stat sheet. You got to steal. That means you play defense. A lot of people, like, I got a defensive mix that I want to drop next week or whatever. Like, it's different, but at the same time, yeah, it's some kids in the city that's definitely being hurt. But to each his own. Like, it's on you to get better. What we do with the camera, that's a small percentage. They got to see you in person.
no, I'm with you on that aspect. And the reason why I want to talk about it, what's up, Coach Yates? The reason why I want to talk about it, was because there's a misconception. She said no so much. There's a misconception about the power of a video. As Coach Wood stated, it's a highlight film. Only gonna show the good. That's all it's gonna show. But the misconception is that if this certain person who has whatever reputation it may be does video work for me, then college coaches are gonna automatically watch this, or they're gonna reach out because this specific person or company has done some film work for me. And so there's a misconception in that as where that also hurts others. Second part of where is hurting others is you may be able to buy your way into some situations in your high school. I don't know what goes on at all high schools. By putting certain money towards booster, all that other stuff. But just because you buy a film, you can't buy your way into no scholarship offer. um, or just because you buy a film, you can't slide me extra money and say, "Hey, send this to Coach Sean." Like for me, it don't work that way because
Bro, that's
I have to have
action.
for every mix, I have to have full game because I have to stand credible as what I say I am. If I'm a video scouting service, I can't just provide mixes. I have to provide full game film as well. And so, yes, I can send your mix to whoever you want me to send it to, but what's the point if they just gonna turn around and watch your full game and be like, this is horrible. And I just wasted my time. And now, G Day, you're no longer credible to me. Like, your money can only go so far. With me, for other people, it may be able to stretch a little further with them. Um, and then I feel sometimes it's an oversaturation as well. And that's why I say I do this. I do videos. I think sometimes it's an oversaturation of film, and I know everybody want mixes. I get it, everybody want them, but who are you really playing against in these mixes? Like, if you're really not playing against nobody else scholarship worthy, then really the mix is not to try to get a scholarship. The mix is just a memorabilia at that point. It's just something for me to have, something for me to show off on Instagram, Twitter, wherever I'm going to post it. It's just something to show, hey, look, I got a mix from this weekend. It's not, hey, look, man, I was playing against so and so, and this is what I was doing. And so it's a lot of misconceptions that I don't think people really truly understand. Um, but hey, it is what it is, man. If y'all want to keep paying for mixes, I'm not going to turn it down.
No, but here's the fine line between that. You go to some of these kids' page, they got like 3 posts with like 1,000 followers and swear they're gonna be an NIL kid. Guess what? You nowadays, if you're personable, your talent matters. Yeah, your talent got you on a D1 roster, but you could get some type of NIL. Rob say he back. He in the
Oh no, I see both of them. Man, I see him.
but if you got something and you're personable, like my boy Ramon Walker, right?
I'm laughing at the behind the scenes people.
And wow.
Well, no. So yes, I don't. For one, I don't. I only use music if it's and what I consider to be an official mix tape, and even then, it's just an instrumental. It's nothing with words. But just my regular mixes, no, it's whatever the ambiance is going on. So you're gonna hear people talking in the background. If somebody's talking next to me and I'm recording, you're gonna hear them talking. It may be a parent screaming and fussing. You may hear that parent screaming and fussing in the video. But I don't put music. I only put music on official mixes, and that's when I'm doing stuff like I'm cutting stuff really short, or I'm doing slow motions, and I'm doing all that other stuff. That's just more so for the kid, to make it look more flashy, to make it pop a little bit. But just a regular, I go to a game. It's strictly raw footage. You made a bucket, you got a steal, you had a block, you took a charge, whatever it is that you did on the floor. I'm taking that, boom, putting it together, boom, and it's done. It's over with. That's how I do it. I can't speak on everybody else and how they do it.
He don't even got access to kids that got cussing in the music in the reels? Why is that even a question? Like that, I don't get that. Like that's not a conversation you want to have today.
I knew that was gonna ruffle your
First of
feathers.
all,
Man, who in the background with all the noise, man?
You know who it is? The Bunny Man, the big money man over there. You know who it is.
Oh,
How y'all hear my background? Y'all hearing basketball game, bro?
I don't know.
I'm with Walt. I hate listening, hearing.
bro,
like,
it's
big
bigger
things.
than that though. Think
Hey,
about it.
Hey,
These kids, right?
G dot, miss it, just let it miss, because that's the same kids who are curse in front of grown folks, and then like G dot, come on, bro. So somebody curse in front of your mama, you okay?
What?
No, are you okay with a kid cursing in front of your
You
mama?
really want to play that game?
Hey, if you say yeah, then that's you, bro.
So I'm
I
coming
guess.
to a Temple game and all those kids are PG-13. The fuck
Who?
out of here.
No, I said. But if they make a mixtape, but ask my kids.
This is not a conversation you're not gonna win.
But I'm not trying to win. But I'm not trying to win.
Walter Yates. Y'all don't have access to kids that got music like that in their background, first of all.
But what do you mean? What does that have to do with access?
Because, dog, the kids that do have cursing in their music, they're usually low income, don't really buy mixtapes, don't really get the whole basketball thing. We're not talking about a 5-star kid that you're looking into recruiting. We're talking about kids that really don't understand the basketball process. They usually got their friends. Like at Kempner, they got a high school kid that does all their mixes. He don't know no better. He don't talk to no goddamn college coaches. But y'all think it's because
so hold on.
And they got all of that.
But it's kids who understand all that and still do it. Because I have to tell my kids when, like for instance, when G-Day made them a mixtape, he didn't put no music on it. They went and put music on there. And I said, hey, make sure you don't put no music that has cursing on it. And they said, all right, coach, I got you.
That's
so I've had
access to. And when you go to Instagram, I'm gonna tell you, when you go to Instagram, they got the explicit and they got the regular, but it's not for all songs. That's all they got access to. You're blaming kids for being fucking kids. And that's exactly why you don't get the kids you want, because they're kids and you're not teaching the kids how to be better.
G-Dot, why do you sound G-Dot? But that sounds so stupid what you just said. Oh, okay. I don't get the kids because I'm not teaching them. The thing about it is when kids get in my program, I do teach them. But the whole point is that if you got a kid, you see a kid, and he drop a mixtape, you can say, hey, man, next time you do a mixtape, don't put cursing in it because coaches, this and that or whatever. Some coaches may not like that. It doesn't matter about the level of the kid or whatever. That doesn't matter. It
does matter. Because I guarantee you're not telling a 5-star kid that.
I will. And I don't care if he plays for me or not. That doesn't matter to me. That's not the point. The point is that we should be teaching kids, especially black kids, to understand like certain stuff like that don't make them look good in front of the white man. So that's just being real what it is. So I keep it 100. At the end of the day, you got to teach kids how to be professional. And teach kids that if they want their money to stay long, that's the stuff you got to do. Because again, it's the same thing if a kid that's on my team that's white gets some little baby and it's saying nigga this, nigga that, pop the Molly, pop the set. I'm gonna be like, oh, you don't know nothing about that. You don't even know nothing about no Percocet. So take that off your thing. So it's the same thing. Like it's the same thing. It's not about the difference. You can ask Chris. Every time I hear some kids, I'm like, whoa, some boys don't know nothing about that. Because I do. So at the end of the day, I don't care if he's a 5-star, if he's a 1-star. I don't care if he's a bum on the street. At the end of the day, when you putting something out in the public, that's what you got to be able to tell certain kids, like, hey, this, and that. Or this. But at the end of the day, if they don't change, that's on them. Now, again, I'm with you, G-Dot. There's some kids that don't even matter. They going to get recruited regardless. Like, they're that good. So they're going to take whatever comes with them. It's like when tattoos first came out. I remember LeBron, when he played, he used to wear to cover his tattoos when he would play in certain games, and some games he didn't. At some point, like that's when he was in high school. When he was in high school, Rob, he was in high school. So, but some kids, when it first that became like a big deal, it was like, oh, that kid. And now it don't matter. It don't matter. So that's not a big deal no more. But what I'm saying is, for some kids, some stuff, and it's just like for some people in the world, some stuff you ain't good enough to do that, to get by. No one's not going to accept that from you. That just is what it is. So you have to teach some kids some stuff. Like, okay, all right, cool, this is that. That's just what it is. This is how it goes.
I hate the oversaturation of videos, and there ain't no disrespect to G-Day or Arch or nobody else, but like, I just hate the oversaturation.
I feel it's.
I just hate every time I scroll down Twitter.
I feel it's too many too. And I do it.
Everybody don't need a mixtape. Everybody don't need a highlight. Everybody don't need a highlight film. Everybody don't need a mixtape. Like, it's okay. Like,
but Rob, so let me ask you a question. And this is, and me and G-Day talked about this the other day. If when we grew up, and let's say 6 of your homeboys had the J's that was out, and you couldn't get them, but you wanted them, but you couldn't get them. But when you got the money to get them, you made sure you got them. So I think what it is most of the time with the kids today is social media is so real. And what it is like, well, if my homeboy got a mixtape, I want one. And I think it's like what G-Day said earlier. It's about memory for these kids. They just, like, truthfully, they don't want to admit it. They just want to be able to say, like, if they don't go play college basketball or something that lane life, well, I had me a mixtape in high school. Man, look. That, and truthfully, that's how it's been for forever, bro. Like, there's something, if it's earrings, if it's tattoos, if it's anything, like, people, when they start seeing it, it becomes a trend or it becomes something that, like, I remember tattoos were for, like, people who was like, I hate to say this, like, you would know, like, hey, man, that man probably went through a struggle or something. Or if he got something that means something, or he this and that, or like with certain people live a certain lifestyle, or this and that. Now it's like, hey, bro, I like it because I like art. I want to get that on my body. So it's, hey, cool. Like,
maybe I don't get that because I've never been.
No, I'm with you.
I never been, like, when everybody was wearing Jordans, I was wearing LeBrons. Exactly. When everybody started wearing LeBrons.
You was wearing LeBron?
First of all, I've said this many times before he went to Miami. I was one of the biggest LeBron fans ever. But I was wearing LeBron. When everybody started wearing LeBrons, I started wearing KDs. Like, I always set my own trend. Like, and to answer Coach Bunge's question, no, because your mixtape and your full game tape might be totally different from the same game. Because G-Day might have, you know, whatever, did a mixtape.
No, G don't do that.
No,
don't do that.
I'm just saying, hypothetically, he might have did the 7 best plays you had that game. But when the full, and so somebody be like, all right, send me the full game film. But then in that same game, you went 9 for 33. So you had the 9 best plays on your mixtape. But then when you go watch the film, you went 9 for 33. You had 10 turnovers. You missed 9 free throws. So, like, what are we doing here? Like, if you good to me, maybe I'm from the old recruiting, you know, the non-transfer portal. Gary called me the old guy. If you're good, they will come. Like, that's how I feel. So when it's time for you to have a mixtape, you will know when it's time for you to have a mixtape. Like, if you go bust I'm not saying, if you go bust a Wesley Yates, if you go bust a Chris Johnson, if you're doing this consistently, say you're playing a high, you know, your team playing a high non-district schedule, and you got your Jacob Coles and your Wesleys and all the other kids, your Fred Paynes, and you done went through like a 7-game, 8-game murders row. Okay, do you a mixtape. But you just went and played Lil Johnny, who gonna be taking tickets at AMC next year, and then you went and played Lil Billy, who gonna be bagging groceries at Aldi next year, and now you wanna, I had 35 this week. G-Day, do me a mixtape. you ain't play nobody. You didn't do nothing. You didn't play against nobody who's going to get a college scholarship. You went through a whole AAU season and you played not one recruitable high school player. And you played a whole season of mixtape. Like, no, we don't need that.
I agree with you on that one because I mean, what you really you figure out in the summer what kids you want to cover in high school, right? So I think last year everybody knew it was gonna be Arsenal Yates, Chris Johnson, Jacob. I'm missing kids. Fred Payne, Legacy. I got you. It's a subsection for all of this. Just like it's a blanket term for media, it's a blanket term for mixtape. Like I really, it's cool. I prefer to be misunderstood on this one. I'm all right with that. But at the same time, y'all have valid points. But I'm telling Ant right now, I ain't hearing nothing he's saying. Nothing. Anybody that's siding with Walter Yates on the show?
Oh Lord.
No.
Hey, man, Walter Yates came tuned in, man.
But you gotta realize it has nothing to do with that. If you at G-Day, let me ask you a question.
Like,
how many years ago I told you about the whole cursing thing on the video when we was talking about it like 2 years ago? I think we were doing a pandemic. And I was like, bro, I hate when dudes have a bunch of cursing on their videos.
I got you.
I bet like that's just for me. It's
a reason. It's a reason.
But why,
rappers don't drop the clean version first, Willis.
But it's not about the
scheme
of things.
It's not about the clean version.
Oh Lord.
You're not looking at the bigger scheme of things. It's okay.
But I am looking at the scheme of bigger things. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
G-Day, what
is
the first song you get to the record label? Is it the clean version?
Does that really?
Listen, version.
G-Dot, let me ask you a question. When you ask somebody to make a mixtape for you, and they ask you for a song that you want, bro, they can go find it. Bro, there's people who got songs on YouTube that they already fixed the explicit on it. And that does not matter.
And that costs money, bro.
You know what are you talking? So G-Day, stop. G-Day, stop. Because I'm getting tired of listening to ignorant. Bro, G-Day, if I ask you to make a mixtape for a kid, it costs you to go find a song that don't have cursing in it?
Some songs.
It's called YouTube, G. It's called YouTube, G.
Look at you telling me about my job. That's
I'm telling you this. I'm telling you,
right now.
I love it.
The difference is because you don't care. So that's why you don't care. You don't care, so it doesn't even matter. You don't care.
I come to temple practice and tell you how to coach.
What do you mean telling you how to do your job? I ain't telling you your job. We talking about a bunch of people do mixtapes. What do you mean?
What are you saying? It's YouTube.
G-Dot. Bro, what I'm trying to get you to understand is right now, you doing all this with your hands, that shit don't mean nothing to me. What I'm saying is if you ask what I'm saying to a million coaches, they gonna agree. It's simple. Are they gonna speak out loud? No. So it don't matter. You keep doing what you're doing. It's fine. It's not. Cool. I'm not even talking about you personally. I'm talking about
you was.
I'm telling you how you do your job. So why you say I'm telling you how to do your job? So why you telling me how to do your job?
I'm the voice of the kids. I'm the voice of the kids, and
come on, bro.
Because if I don't speak for the kids, who gonna speak for the kids?
Bro, man? if you speaking for the kids, then damn well I don't want my kids to be letting you speak for them, goddammit. Because that is not what it is. It's not what it is. Because at the end of the day, that's the problem. We gotta speak for the kids and make them understand that, bro, that it's called it's a certain level when you get to a point where you got to refine yourself and get to a professional level so you can get the bucks. Since you call me big bucks and call me big pockets, that's why. Big bucks, big pockets. because I get to a level and I get refined. That's why the big Chevrolet Silverado look like a Tesla truck sitting outside right there. So if you want to go there, I'm gonna let you know. Big Bucks Willis is refined. That's why Big Buck Willis got what he got. You right, G9. You right, baby. Because the AG, the God AG that y'all know from Southwest from the SWAT won't be getting the big Tesla truck sitting outside. I live in Katy now. It's a difference, baby. I live in Katy. If you want me to go back to Spice Lane, I go back to Spice Lane. That dude was different. That one, I want to refine.
You got to name the show to refine. This episode is called Refine.
We watched the mixtape with no sound.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like a lot of coaches, they'll turn the music off of the mix and then just watch. They'll still watch it. Like they just won't listen to the music.
Thank you.
But then there's some coaches who they won't even watch the tape at all because of the music. I mean, to each his own.
Yeah.
But it's
each his own. I just don't put music on there.
That's what you're talking about, G-Day. You're talking about perception. That's what you're talking about. And when you leave perception up to most people, you're gonna always most likely fail because people perception is always a big deal. Hey, I did hit you back, so don't even try to be funny.
Big pockets was too big for the phone.
Pockets. Big pockets. Oh man.
So no, like.
Hey, yo. Shout out to Mr. Gleason, man. Hey, Mr. Gleason, my guy, man. Mr. Gleason got me big time out here, man. I'm getting shout outs from draft picks and stuff, man. I just got to say that because I see he popped up on the feed. That's my guy, man. That's my guy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you say what?
Mr. Gleason lit you up out here for the Chargers.
Mr. Gleason lit me up for the Chargers, man. Hey, Mr. Gleason, man, see if you can put that call in when they come back to Houston this year, too. They playing Houston this year, too, man. See? See if you can make that call.
All right. What are the most undervalued skills in high school basketball?
Ooh, I got one. Being a good teammate.
Why?
Because everybody
Pound on that, man.
Everybody in this era got a me. Like I ain't gonna say everybody. The majority of kids in this era have a me first attitude. It's not about the team, it's about me. It's about what I can do. It's not about us, it's about I. It's about
But
me.
why?
Because we live in a selfish society. And if Ed scored 30 and I scored 2 and everybody's showing Ed the love, you know, I'm hating on that. I'm secretly hating on that. I don't like that. Even though we won. You know, instead of we did it because of us, if you know, I wasn't involved in it, so I ain't happy with it, type of thing. And I give you a perfect example. I ain't gonna say what sport, whatever. Kid takes another kid's spot midway through the year, right?
Okay.
Said kid whose spot got taken, that team wins the state championship, right? Instead of being happy that you just won the state championship, this kid transfers because his spot got taken. Now you won a state championship, you know, but the whole time you mad, like, man, they should have took my spot. Why they take my spot? But you won state though. What are you mad for? Then you try to act like you happy, but you leave 3 weeks later. You transfer out of school. That's why I said that's my thing. I'm big on that because I was a.
And that's when
for sure. But the parent was saying it too. Hey, my son should have never got benched. But you won state. I was never the most athletic person, right? So I take it from my standpoint. Like I was the do everything correctly and maybe it'll fall in place guy, right? But one thing I never did was cut any of my teammates at the knees. If I always wanted to build up character on the team. So if I was the captain and I got 4 fouls and we down, now that person who coming behind me feel just as confident to go in and get the job done. So in practice, I'm building that up. Hey man, you can hoop, you can do this too. Blah 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 blah. I'm standing up, I'm clapping. When somebody do something good, if I fall down, I'm cheering. I'm being. That's why I'm big on bench etiquette and things like that, because all that encompasses being a good teammate. You know, I'm not throwing the towel on my head and going sit at the end of the bench. I'm thoroughly engaged in the game. I'm clapping. I'm supportive and everything. So that's mine right there.
All right. What's going on, Mr. Adamant? Hope you had a safe trip back to the H. Hope you enjoyed your weekend away.
Another person with a lot of money, Robert Haddam, boy. Boy, we got some big money people on this. Big money Bucks and Willis, and we got Robert Haddam. It's a whole lot of money in this month.
All right, he said mid-range. Undervalued skill in basketball.
That do start at home, Coach Woods. And my mom played the game. So she instilled that in me. No matter what's going on, you will be a good teammate. You will be supportive of your team, or you're not gonna do it. That started at home. So yes, that's a good.
That's why you're a handshake guy.
I am.
I am too.
I am team no handshake.
We know you and D King and your boy G Dot.
I lose, I'm the first person in the line to shake hands.
I don't have a problem with losing. I just don't want to shake your hand. I'm mad.
I be steaming though, but I used to make everybody else get up and come do it. Like, man, we got to do it, man. We got to do it.
Now, mid-range is a lost skill. I think Chris Paul, people didn't realize the other day, he went 14 for 14. Most of all his shots were mid-ranges. All of them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I totally agree with this one.
Hey,
Feed the post.
That might be the best one.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Feed the post, man. A lot of kids cannot make post entry passes. Whether it's a lob, whether if it's a bounce pass, they just cannot make the post entry pass. They don't know how to read defense. It's tough. I agree with this one too. Stand in front of your man and just pass him, man. A lot of kids, the ball stick in their hands. Like, and I Aunt heard me. I told the kid this. Hey, man, you need to go play football. Like, this is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Yup.
Knowing how to win is a skill.
Yup.
Yes, it is.
A lot of people do not know how to win games.
That is true. That is very true.
We do
that's
have
very true.
Selfish talking. This is what you was kind of alluding to, right? Like the selfish talk in the locker room. You know, the fake cheers on the bench. You know, just to help the coach put them in sometimes. But yeah, I've never been on a team where it was selfish. But I know that happens a lot now. Like, kind of like what you said, Rob. A lot of kids is just out for themselves. You know, they just trying to be. I'm out to get mine. That's it. I don't care if we don't win 10 games this season. If I'm averaging 30 points, you know, that's all that matters to me.
I was killing. That's the first thing they're gonna say. I was killing. And G-Day, me and you went and seen like 4 or 5 different teams that was like that. Like, they was good, but what would we say? Like, man, they don't like each other. Like, we can tell. We like, they'll be better if they got each other. And it got great coaching, you know, all the pieces, but you can just tell they don't like each other, and it shows. It shows.
But that's also because, and it may not be a skill, but it's not teaching kids no more about roles, like how to understand what their role is on the team. Like that's everybody want to have the same roles.
Shameless plug.
Man, we know Coach Wood, man. Coach say y'all need some guard development. Hit him up, man. Hit him up, man. I like the trainers that make kids cry and want to quit, man. Um,
Hey, we get some
when
good
you
ones.
get a wild horse, you got to break the horse first before you can ride it. So, you gotta a lot of these habits, a lot of these kids need to be broken before they can truly be fixed. Um, a lot of people ain't gonna like that, but that's just truthful. That's just
So,
is what it
what's
is.
up, Mr. Dudes? Dang, you been gone, man. What's up, man?
Rebound. Chad said rebounding.
True. Hate to agree
God,
with Chad, but that's true.
dog, rebounding,
My, my God, Chad, you my God.
rebounding is horrible.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Guards are rebounding more than 3, 4s, and 5.
That is a fact.
That's
Yep.
facts. That is facts. That is facts.
I agree. I agree with you on that one, and this one too. Like using, we have to learn how to play with both hands. You gotta learn how to finish on both sides of the rim. Like I hate seeing a kid who he'll dribble there with the left on the left hand side, but then because he's not comfortable yet, or he don't have no confidence in his left hand, he goes up with his right and it gets that shit killed every time. Hey, go with your left, put your body in the way, get the foul, make your free throws. I don't know because the way that basketball is being played, people aren't even they don't focus on that.
I think they do focus on the G Day. I just think we don't. Because I think if you look at like Embiid, Joel Embiid, look at Jokic, those guys have post moves. Those guys, yes, they can put the ball on the
Where
floor,
they from?
but no, that's what I'm saying. When I say that's what I said. We as an American, we don't focus on that. Like that's what I'm
The
saying.
only
That's what I'm
American
saying.
that can do that is Kevin Durant. Everybody else wants the prototype, but bro, those little chubby European kids were in the post at first. Except maybe
But
Luca. Luca was
it's
always a guard though, right?
but it's fundamentals of basketball. Like I taught my players how to play every position on the floor, how to do every single thing. Because to me, that's the fundamental of the game. How can I use my post player if I don't know what a post player does? How can I read the mismatch in the post when I don't even know how it feels when his arm is in my back, which way I should go, which way I shouldn't go, how much weight he's leaning on me towards a certain direction, so I know which way to take him. Like if I don't understand how to play in the post, then I can't expect for my big to know how to play in the post. But boxing out, another thing that I rarely see. I just see everybody trying to out jump everybody.
I got a question to that. Who's supposed to teach boxing out? Us in high school or the summer coach?
Everybody.
Who like? Because everybody say somebody else supposed to teach it, and that's why it don't get done.
Kids ain't
High school
playing
coaches
enough
blame the
either.
middle school coaches. Like I don't.
Kid,
Who responsibility?
everybody. But kids don't play enough anymore either, though, because that was skills that we just got innately from just playing pickup.
See,
You're
they say
boxing
we
me out,
play games now.
huh?
They say we play too many games now. Like, which one is it?
Like,
You want some kids to know how to play basketball? You send them to High School.
hey, yo, hey, man.
Yes.
Coach Wood said he got you, man.
Hey, I want to say this real quick about Coach Woods, man. I was thinking about this earlier, real quick. Hey, Coach, I appreciate people from afar, right? Like I don't crowd people's spaces and stuff like that. But the job that Coach Woods did with everything that happened with with the Bryce Griggs, like everything that came with that whole situation, like the job that he did coaching and keeping everybody focused, man. Just me personally, I was I was like impressed by that because a lot of coaches can get lost in something like that, but he stayed true. Like I watched him all them 3 years, like he never wavered or he didn't treat one kid differently than he treated the others. Like he made everybody toe the line the same way. He wasn't scared. You know, I can appreciate that. I know we ain't talking about that right now, but that just popped in my head. So I appreciate that, man.
Guess who gave me my first EYBL interview? Coach Wood.
What's called said Coach Woods took 40 shots in the high school.
Hold on, I got
took 40 shots a game in high school. God damn. God damn.
A game? Not one game.
He said a game.
Yeah, in one game.
Oh,
but
man.
Coach Ken, man, when you ask, we've had multiple kids on here, right? When we done little one-on-one interviews with them, and 9 out of 10, they rather do skill development work one-on-one. They don't want to play pickup games. Like that's not something that they want to do. But so then my issue is, what's the point of doing the skill if you can't do it when you play in the game? So why not do skill development in live situations instead of just skill development one-on-one? Or it's 20 people all doing the same exact drills over and over again, but there's no opposition in front of you. So I can't apply the skill because I'm doing the skill on the air.
Facts.
What my man said in blood sport, he but say boys don't hit back. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Cones don't move, bro. Them chairs don't move.
Hey, boy, you out of line. They don't know nothing about no blood sport. They don't
Coach Wood said, Coach Wood said he took 40 shots but made 34 of them.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
He made 34 of them. That's what he said. All right, so before we let the people go, man, we always hit music. Right now I've been listening to. I checked out the Future album. Had to run that back a couple times. It still ain't sitting well with me. My guy, Lil Papa, he put out a little mix. It's kind of tough.
I use that on the Hoops video.
Okay. And then yesterday and today I've been listening to No Cap, his first album. Solid, man. Solid. This is his first studio album.
Shout out to Pusha T.
Yeah, I like the Pusha T project, but I like old school. I like that rap though.
You know what I'm saying? He got the God on there, Young Ho on one of the songs, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
I mean, but even his production, like it was all Kanye or Pharrell, like
Yep. And that's why I go hard because he got hella production.
His production is really well on the album. What y'all been listening to, man, that I need to check out as well, man?
Let me look at my Apple Music. What I've been.
I was just tagging that we were reviewing that, but
did you?
That 42 Doug and G got me in a chokehold.
Okay.
Like, of course, I've been jamming the Future, but like after I stopped jamming the Future, I went back to the 42 and ESTG. Hey, got me in the chokehold because every time I hear Ice talk, I just think I'm out here with the rest of Yo Gotti. Future.
Rob, what you been listening to, man?
Oh, nah, I don't be on the new stuff, man. I be on some.
All right.
Money Man just dropped that will tape too, so I've been jamming that too.
Now this is a very tough one. We're gonna go R&B, man.
Like right now or just in general?
No. In general, like it don't matter. 60s, 70s, whatever.
Hey boy.
We're gonna do artists and we're gonna do group. Like, who's your favorite R&B artist? It could be male.
Man, I'm about to get cut. Hey, listen, I'm about to. They gonna be mad at me. I know this dude is not the dude to be giving praises to, but when I grew up, R. Kelly was that dude. I'm sorry, bro.
Chad, I do listen. I do listen.
I knew you was gonna say Kel. Hey,
I'm sorry, bro. Hey, it's bro. I know my dude.
No, Kel's got cuts, man. Despite
but
what he
the
did.
albums, bro. Like, hey, bro, R. Kelly was just a different dude, bro. It just was.
We know how different he was.
That's what I said. That's why I said,
I
despite what he did, his songs was he still had good songs, man.
And then Usher was next for me.
So old Usher or new Usher are both.
The old Usher. Old
Usher. Like My Way.
I'm talking about My Way.
Okay.
Nice and Slow. You know, Confessions.
Right.
You know, that's what I'm talking about. And then I would say Genuine don't get enough respect, but Genuine used to be that dude, bro. Used to be that dude.
I just was listening to that earlier, that Call Me in the Morning.
Yeah.
Get his best work on them Genuine tapes, bro. Like, if you listen to like just the production,
I'm Keith Sweat.
Hey, I'm about to say some old people.
Who you got? Who you got, Rob?
This the two dudes, artists, Alexander O'Neal, y'all go laugh, and Jeffrey Osborne. Them my two R&B dudes. And the woman, I jam Ella May a lot. I like her album.
Gotcha.
Bro.
Yeah, for
me,
Joe. That's the same, man. Joe, man, that's my favorite.
Joe.
I mess with Tyrese too. Hey,
Joe, my favorite R&B artist, man.
Chad,
y'all remember Case?
Yeah.
Donnell Jones.
I like Jodeci too for groups.
No,
Jeffrey Osborne. I said Jeffrey Osborne, Mr. Yates. Jeffrey Osborne and Alexander O'Neal, two of the most underrated voices in R&B, man. Boy, Jeffrey Osborne can blow, man.
Music Soul Child.
Yeah.
Maxwell.
Yeah, man, it's so many, bro.
Hey, I used to be an R&B head. I'm telling you, if y'all want to talk R&B, I got him because
Maxwell's
hey,
gotta throw D'Angelo in this.
Oh, for sure,
D'Angelo.
For sure.
I ain't gonna lie.
Brown Sugar. Hey, boy.
On the phone.
Who?
I was in the mirror singing "How Does It Feel?"
No facts. Hey, no facts, boy. Hey, when I was in middle school and high school, you meet that new chick, you be on the phone from like midnight to like 4 a.m, just jamming R&B, trying to sing like you really know how to sing. You know damn well you can't sing, but you trying to sing every song, bro.
Coach says you going too hard now, Coach.
Well, some of us can sing, man.
Hey, who? Hey, you got it? Hey, let's
snap.
Go G-Day. Let's go G-Day.
You see?
Hey, let's go G-Day.
Hey.
Let's go, G-Day.
Hey, well, no, you. Yeah, we used to do the no you hang ups too on the phone, but I got vocals, man.
But if you real Houston, you was listening to the F actions with
yes.
But hey, I used to G the girl, so I'll take lines from different songs and just put them together, write a note. It's just lyrics from different songs, man. Like kids can't even do that nowadays. Like,
nope.
I see you, G-Day. You was a young Gerald LeBert out here.
He say Gerald LeBert.
Hey, Guy was.
God was tough, man. New Jack Swing sound, love that sound for sure.
Chad say used to be singing Jagged
Let me know y'all really not in y'all bag. Because if you ain't had no Smokey Robinson or Lionel Richie, no. Come on. Your mama didn't jam that.
Hey,
no.
Al Green used to go
Al
hard.
Green.
Turn off the lights.
True.
And light a candle. Hey, boy, boy used to be,
Hey, man, it was groups, man.
Yeah. 112, Jagged Edge,
So
H-Town Boys.
So that's 90s though.
Yeah.
That was nice.
What about Spinners, OJs?
Yeah.
Somebody said the OJ.
Temptations,
yes.
5 Heartbeats.
Yes.
Mint Condition. Like it was a lot of groups that was really good and even like R&B
They
singers.
always got broken up because the record label would try to take the lead singer and make him a solo artist. And
Jodeci.
That's
the main one. Jodeci.
All of Drew Hill.
Boys to Men. Boys to Men. ABC. BBD.
Yep.
Like all that.
Yep. But my favorite 90s gotta be Drew Hill.
Yeah, Cisco was on it. Hey, y'all can say what y'all want to say, but Immature used to go hard.
Never liked him.
Hey, we ain't say SWV either.
Yeah. Why not B2K over Immature though?
Oh, I definitely got
because
if
you go back to like Immature when Marcus Houston was like really singing. He like them dudes was like going hard.
I mean, they had the girls going crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I just
like, hey, you threw on some Immature. Hey, you was
Mr.
good.
Dudes, why you do me like that, Mr. Dude? We supposed to be 409 brethren, man. Why you do me like that, man? Golly, man. Hey, that's my stuff right there.
Yeah, no, SWV
and Human Nature, that song, that man.
Destiny Child, all of
them.
it.
No, facts.
I was never really a Destiny Child.
Which Destiny Child though? And which one? The original Destiny Child?
Hey, yes, the original.
Latoya Lucky. Yes. Okay, I'm asking because some people like the Michelle Williams. Okay, the Latoya Lucky. Okay, yeah. Hey, Z-Day, fun fact. Hey, we was in elementary school, right? That's when they was going to Welch Middle School. They like, hey, we going to this middle school talent show. It's these girls. They was called Girl Time back then. Cause they was
Girl Talk. It's called Girl Talk.
Was it Girl Talk? Man, you sure?
Yes, because there's a girl I used to go to church with. Her name is Ashley Tamara. Now she's a gospel singer. She used to be in that group right before they became Destiny Child. So I know her real name is Ashley Davis.
Hey, Silk tough too though.
No, Silk is too.
Yep.
He had a. What did he say? He had a.
Rob had the poster, boy.
Oh yeah, I did. No, I did.
Hey, that's another thing, bro. You don't see
the posters.
Remember the posters in your room? Like
I used to keep the video girls out the
source.
Don't know
nothing about posters.
This man said video girls.
Out the Source magazines?
Oh no, I know exactly.
Yeah, okay, I'm about to say.
I had the whole.
None of these teacher posters was up.
See, I couldn't put that in my granny house. Not in the house of the Lord.
Mr. Buck saying no hanky
Not in
panky.
the house of the Lord. I got 3 posters up that I put up as a kid that's still up at my granny house. It's Tiger Woods, Brett Favre, and Vince Carter. That's it. Everything else was blasphemy.
Yeah, I used to have the from the original dunk contest until like right before Kobe Bryant. It was a 6-foot poster that had all the dunk contest champions on there. I used to have that one while it was a 6-foot poster.
Yep, I had a Buffy the Body poster.
Hey, that was
hold on. That boy said Buffy the. That's like
that
old
was like
school.
A Barry Bonds rookie card, if you really know. Hey, that's a collectible, bro.
They do not know about Astro World.
They do not know about.
Oh yeah, Apollonia.
Megan
from Princess times.
Yep.
Man, all them girls from back then used to look so good to me.
Man, you seen Delicious now?
I did see that picture the other day.
bro.
She said, "Who? You don't know who Apollonia is, Miss Smith?"
Yeah, she do.
She know.
Oh, Coach Yates, the squat pose. Yeah.
That came in the CD.
It
Yup.
did.
Yep. But it was a poster.
Yeah.
Her and what's her name had some crazy cover art for they song.
But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all boys for tuning in, hopping on, for sharing. Wanted to end out on a bang. I knew that R&B would get everybody going. It's gonna have people going home now. All right, people they already at the crib. People finna be putting on songs. Hey, make sure y'all protect yourselves.
No, Grayson.
Hey, I know the music can lead to other things sometimes. So make sure y'all sip on y'all wine, enjoy yourselves, enjoy y'all nights. Rob, put that
I ain't
away,
showed
bro.
them in a while, man. I'm working on
Cause they don't want to see it.
I'm working on it, man. She said, "Where was y'all last week, G-Day?"
I wasn't out. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I was tired.
Yeah,
I was tired, and I had to fix the washing machine.
Jet lag. Man, we appreciate y'all being interactive with the show, man.
We do, man. Yes.
Yup. That makes it better.
Oh,
Especially when my boy G out on here trying to be ignorant.
Miss Smith, don't try to play me, Miss Smith. I'm heavy. Wait till the summertime come, man. I'm gonna be on that bench. You know what I'm saying? I got the bar right now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll put a plate on there by the time.
Right, hey, we got to roll on that note, man. Rob is benching the bar. No plates at all, man.
None.
No plates.
None.
No plates.
Just a straight bar.
Rob, tell them when you look like us, you ain't got to.
Hey, yo, what? Yeah, talk that talk, Gary.
What is that?
Hold on, I gotta find the button. Hold on.
Wait,